A toast to the Flash generation.
Welcome. Press the hash key. Congratulations.
With Flash, I believed I had infinite prospects before me. The whole universe belongs to me, I thought. I have the choice. I control my destiny. I have a flash of inspiration every day. I can design what I want in a flash. I followed my own path. Beautiful landscapes flashing by before my eyes. No wonder, because Flash was on my side. But for a while, doubts have flashed through my mind. Without Flash, how can I have grasp on what is happening to me? Everything escapes me, slips through my fingers. Won't my work just be a flash in the pan? I feel I've lost control. For some time now, I expect but one thing. I want some sort of flashback.
Hello. If you want the meeting in 10 years, press 1. In 3 hours, press 2. Now, press 3.
This was the first scene of Loss of Grasp, rewritten for the occasion. I will speak briefly of 3 creations to show 3 different uses of Flash in 3 different genres: artistic game, poetry, and narrative. I will start with the 12 labors of the internet user. In this online artistic game, the internet user is regarded as the Hercules of the internet. Often, the internet user has indeed the impression to have to achieve Herculean labors. One day on the internet, I was bombarded with pop-ups. As soon as I closed one, 2 opened in its place. I felt like Hercules facing the Lernaean Hydra. When he smashes one head, 2 more burst forth in its place. This gave me the idea to write a scenario of the 12 labors of Hercules for the internet user. We indeed all have the impression to suffer on the internet, blocking pop-ups, getting rid of spam, retrieving a page no longer accessible. This is particularly relevant with the disappearance of Flash. In this piece, there is also an aspect of digital literacy, insofar as it makes our digital milieu more visible and understandable. This is the beginning of the Lernaean Hydra labor. I will play the beginning of another labor. You click on a hyperlink, then on another, and another one. Still slowly you can feel yourself drifting away. You don't know where you are, you're lost, disoriented, like Hercules chasing the Erymanthean boar. To achieve this labor, you have to browse through a hypertextual maze. So it can be a question of blocking pop-ups, which keep coming when one would like to see them disappear, being the most skillful in an online game, cleaning the inbox of its spam, retrieving specific information. This is the belt of the Queen of the Amazons. Neutralizing someone who harasses us under 3 different profiles on a social media network. Participating in Wikipedia and provide the fruits of knowledge. Thanks to the Wayback Machine, the reader can also dive into hell like Hercules did and bring back web pages about Cerberus, which are no longer accessible. This work draws upon the mythology of everyday life. It does not consist in showing the tragedy of existence, but in transforming our daily activities into a myth. It's consequently a question of experiencing technology in an epic but also humoristic mode. The internet is sometimes Greek to us. 1 year later, I published Touch, Touché, which was selected for the Electronic Literature Collection Volume 2. It may seem paradoxical to propose a web-based creation on touching. One cannot touch directly. Touching requires, in this case, a technical mediation such as a mouse, a microphone, or webcam. This touching experience reveals a lot about the way we touch a multimodal content on screen, and maybe also about the way we touch people, objects in everyday life. I will play the first scene, Move. Touch the words, replace them, move them. Do you touch me when I touch you? Do I touch you when you touch me? Do you touch me when I touch you? Do I touch you when you touch me? Do you touch me when I touch you? Do you move me when I touch you? Do you move me when you move me? Do I love you when you move me? Do I love you when I move you? Do you attract me when I move you? Do you attract me when I attract you? Do I attract you when I attract you? Do I attract you when I love you? Do you love me when I love you? Do you love me when I caress you? Do I caress myself when I caress you? So it's about touching us, unveiling, staging the ambiguous relation between touching and being touched. I will show another scene about the brutality of the click, like an aggressive stroke. Hit the fly to be able to read the text. Aristotle, The History of Animals. We now proceed to treat of the senses, for there are diversities in animals with regard to the senses, seeing that some animals have the use of all the senses and others the use of a limited number of them. I will try to kill the fly to be able to read the end of the text. All the other animals of the kinds above mentioned have a perception of color and of sound, and the senses of smell and taste. The fifth sense, that namely of touch, is common to all animals whatsoever. So in this creation, the internet user can experience various forms, various modalities of touching. Some scenes don't work so well anymore, and I will transcode them in JavaScript next year with other works. Loss of Grasp is an online interactive narrative. In this creation, 6 scenes tell the story of a character who is losing grasp on his life. The Flash version was transcoded and recreated in JavaScript in 2018 for the web and then as an application for smartphones, illustrating the digital as a constantly reinvented memory. Now the piece is available in 11 different languages. I have always had an ambivalent relationship with the Flash software, so hateable in its proprietary dimension, so desirable in a way in its creative possibilities. And to end it all, I will dedicate to Flash the third scene of Loss of Grasp. 20 years have gone by since we met. This morning I am reading a note she left me. I am at a loss. I don't know what to make of it. Love poem or breakup note? Our love has vanquished and the slightest misunderstanding has dissolved. The charm of our encounter has dissolved and the slightest misunderstanding. The charm of our encounter is more vivid than ever. Indifference is more vivid than ever. Indifference has disappeared. My love, I love you. My love has disappeared. Indifference is more vivid than ever. I love you from the first day. I wonder I can believe that I don't want to stay with you. I want all our friends to know that I won't want to stay with you. All I feel for you is love. I know it's a shock for you.
Soon I will leave.